Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercuts!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the JabJab Show. Now today it's another pickups video. Yes, this one is kind of part 2 to my previous one where I talked about retro games. I picked up the video games I got on. This one is concerning the films and other things I picked up from various charity shops and shops and things like that. So I'll say this one, VHS, Blu-ray, DVD and a few other things as well. Okay, so the first things I've got is a couple of VHS tapes which I got from a charity shop in Ashton. Now I've probably said it quite a lot of times in previous videos, VHS tapes are quite hard to get to come by, you know, around where I live in terms of charity shops and so forth. But they do have some decent ones in Hyde and Ashton. One of these, of which I went into Ashton, I'll say, is in there to go to IKEA to my thing, you know, which I'll refer to maybe in another video. So I was in Ashton and I went in and I got a couple of VHS tapes. These are about 20p or 50p, I can't remember, but I got an experimental copy of High Fidelity. Well, this is based on, I remember this watching, I saw at the cinema, I think it's 1999 perhaps, I can't recall, something like that anyway. It's based on Nick Hornby's book, which I've not read. It transplants the story to America, and it's got John Cusack, it's got Jack Black, and they're in he does it, you know, John Cusack's the main character, you know, he plays the main character. He's you know, like, they're both vinyl junkies, like, you know, it's a great soundtrack. It's directed by Stephen Frears. I have got it on DVD. I watched it at the cinema back in the day. I do like it a lot. It was one of the first things I saw Jack Black in, apart from The Jackal. I think that was 97. So this is the tape, High Fidelity. Nicolas Cage, yeah, Rent It Soon, Gone in 60 Seconds. I watched this at the cinema as well. Yeah, so you can watch it soon. That one has Vinnie Jones in when he was going through his phase of being in horror films. Robert Duvall, Giovanni Ribisi, and Angelina Jolie, as you probably know. So it's got an advert for that up there. I'm not too sure what. It's got a big number there. There's a label that's been put on the shelves. So 50p. It's one of my, you know, I say one of my favourites. I have a lot of favourite films and so forth. So that's that one. The other one I got, because even though they did have quite a lot of videos, I don't buy anything that I see. You know, it's on videos, therefore I must buy it. Not like that. You know, so a lot of it could be stuff, you know, like rugby videos or boating videos or videos that's like part 3 of a season of some sitcom from the 90s or whatever, which I'm not interested in. I just bought this. I thought, well, great, I'm here now, I'll buy this. Basically, I think what this is a video about videos or something. Touchstone blockbusters for you to own on video. So you can see there, Pretty Woman, Would You Have It, Good Money Vietnam and Cocktail already available, and it's got these ones, new releases. So I'm guessing it's a video that highlights videos that are coming out. Bit of an odd one, really. It's got a reverse tape of Beaches for some reason, but also, even odder than that, it's got a tape For Your Eyes Only. So a Bond film in there. So I don't know what's been happening here. It's really weird. And I think someone's taped over this as well, if she's really mad. See, what you used to do, if, like, for these bought videos, like, you know, you buy from the shop, you have to cover this little hole if it's been ripped, you know, with tape over, so you can tape over it. So, not only is it lying once, twice, 3 times, For Your Eyes Only, someone's actually recorded over For Your Eyes Only with MotoGP 2016, or April, May, something or other. So that is really mad. And I haven't even rewound the tape either. What is happening with these people? What is going on? Very bizarre, you know. But that's, yeah, I would like to have a video about videos, but maybe it was beach. I don't know what the heck's going on with it all. It's all messed up. Now the next lot are DVDs. Okay, I've been, you know, another reason I might do a future video about this is I've been looking at my DVD and Blu-ray collection and filling in gaps here and there, you know, which will, you know, be an ongoing thing. Like myself, it's a work in progress. And I just saw these in the shop, really cheap, and I don't know if they're any good or not, but they're really cheap, as I say. It's a bunch of 3 of them, you know, in the same kind of from the same company or something. This is a Len Kabasinski film or something, Curse of the Wolf. And that chap there, I don't know, brain damage films, never heard of him, but I thought this is really cheap. So yeah, got this one, and it's got some quite you know, quite lurid kind of shots on there, and it's howling horror and so forth. It says werewolves revolving, cults. It's like, you know, an 18, so make sure you're 18. This is made in 2009, Brain Damage Films. So yeah, I got that. It might be good, it might not be, but even though it's really cheap, 18. Next one I got from Brain Damage Films as well, Razorfest Horror, Silent Blood Night. Again, same kind of like design, same kind of layout with the whole thing. I thought, yeah, get this, you know, the local hack is gonna get hacked, so maybe it's not journalism, you know, maybe it's a serious you know, documentary about journalism. And it's got the word evil there with an exclamation mark, and naked as well, so you've got both, so something for everyone. Again, 2005 Tireline Productions, and this design was 2009, so maybe, you know, they came out back in the mid 2000s, you know. Anyway, last one from Razorfresh from Brain Damage Films, Pray for the Beast. Now this one's only 15, so you know, you might be alright with this one if you're only 15 years old. Yeah, so you're next in the food chain. Again, I think there's just a common kind of layout design that they use, you know, with various things showing the various special effects and so forth. If you go down to the woods today, you're going to be dinner, so it's best not go down to the woods. Again, 2006, Brett Kelly, alright, was there. 2009, so I guess all these, there might be more in the collection, in the whole collection, however many they are. Might be interesting to find out. So yeah, Pray for the Beast, that one. Silent Blood Night and Curse of the Wolf. So they're all monster movies, monster kind of things, doing stuff. The last DVD thing I've got in this section of the video, is a DVD with 4 films on. Well, 2 DVDs set with 4 films on. There you go, there's 4 films right there. So we've got Armageddon, not the Bruce Willis one. Rutger Hauer sadly passed today. Passed on today, my Batty. Mark Dacascos, who's actually in, was he in John Wick 3? I'm pretty sure he's in John Wick 3, very good film. Anyway, Cyborg 3, The Recycler. Alien Intruder, this is one film I've wanted to watch for ages because of Billy D. Williams. Lando is in that one. And the other one is The Shepherd with Roddy Piper. There he is, being all rowdy. So I just thought I'd get this for $1.99 from a charity shop. Let's see. So for example, Cyborg 3. I've not seen the first 2, so maybe, I don't know, I might get confused with this one. Maybe it says I sort of it interweaves itself really cleverly, and you have to watch the first 2 to get what's going on in the third one. Probably not, I don't know. Cyborg 3, enter the dark underworld of the cyberdellos and mechano whores. Synthetic humanoids. I don't know why they've split human and oids, as though that's a double babbled thing. It isn't. Anyway, and ruthless recyclers, you know, really ruthless, so, you know, I don't know. It sounded, yeah, they will stop at nothing to scavenge cyborg parts and sell them. So there you go, that's what that one's about. So yeah, $1.99. I do have a few of these, you know, where the DVDs are various, you know, different, multiple films on. So you'll have one side with one film, the other side with the other one, and film 3's on that side and film 4's on the other side. That kind of thing, anyway, so it's all going to be fun. Now the next lot are Blu-rays. Now, as I say, just some of these are just filling in gaps in my collection. Some of these just haven't got around to watching for whatever reason. These are in no real order. Mrs. at the Cinema, Crimson Peak, come out like 2015. Guillermo del Toro. This one looks very atmospheric, you know, quite spooky and whatever it looks like. I don't know if it's actually, you know, and yeah, it's something I, you know, just passed me by. I knew of it, I didn't get around to watching it, and you know, I just saw it in the shop. Well, it's only like £3 or £2 or whatever. It's really cheap, so I thought I'd get it. So there. Now the next film I've got is Life. Yes, this one here is not the one about with Steve Martin and you know, Eddie Murphy, nor is it about the song what Desiree wrote way back when. I've been a right laugh. No, it's a sci-fi film. Daniel Espinosa did this one. Remember, I missed this again. Another film I missed at the cinema. It, you know, passed me by, and I thought, I've read the reviews, and not supposed to be that good. Quite derivative. That's all they say. You know, to Alien and other things like that. But you know, I can certainly see. I was intrigued by it, by the trailer when the trailer first came out. I was intrigued by it, and as I said, the reviews kind of put me off. I thought, oh, it's just going to be an Alien knockoff. I watched it, and while there are elements, a lot of elements that Alien, you know, happens in the film Alien and the series and so forth, I feel it's still a really good film. I watched it on Now TV. I finally watched it on then. There were other streaming services available and so forth. I watched it twice on there. Quite a rare one. It's purely because I like it so much. So again, it's a very cheap. You know, I saw it very cheap on Blu-ray, so I thought I might as well get it on Blu-ray. So the next one is Shogun Assassin on Blu-ray. I got this one on DVD. I think I'm not sure if the DVD itself is you know, uncut. It's one of the films that I saw back in the day when I think it was Bravo on the UK TV. Back, you know, that's 30 odd years ago now. Bravo was a channel that went through various iterations, you know, in terms of, you know, what they showed on there. They go for the older movies, then they went kind of men and motors, ladies kind of thing, you know, all, you know, that soft core kind of, you know, kind of titillation, like a lads mag kind of thing, as was the style at the time, back in the early, like mid to late 90s and so forth. Then they went to something else, but I'm sure I saw this when they were going through a season of martial arts, kind of, you know, the Eastern. I don't think they showed a bit of manga back in the day, but I think this was one of them. I'm sure it was the channel called Bravo that I saw this on. This actually is £10. It cost me a tenner. This one, yeah, it's one of the classic, you know, films that you should watch if you're into this kind of thing. You know, that samurais and things. It's yeah, it's very good. Tenner. I thought, bugger it, it's payday, let's get it. So I did. And the last one I got, again, it's one of them ones that just fill in the gaps, kind of complete the kind of collection, if you will. I got this from eBay very recently. I actually got it for 99p. Yeah, so I thought it was a regular Blu-ray. It's basically my first 4K Blu-ray, also HD and all that. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, I'll just go on record to say this is not my favourite Spider-Man film. It's probably way down there, to be honest, for a multitude of reasons. But yeah, 99p for 4K Blu-ray. I don't know if anyone can, you know, get a better deal than that from eBay. You know, no one else bid for it. I thought, I'll bugger it. I'll have it for 99p if no one else gets it. I'd say I thought it was a regular Blu-ray. You know, I think this is about £1 anyway in some of the shops for regular Blu-ray. But 4K, it's not my intended first ever 4K Blu-ray, but you know, bugger it, I've got it now. Now the next lot of things I've got in, you know, the films are all out of the way. The next lot, just various things I've got. A couple of charity shops. There's a place called Cheadle, also a district. Very good for. There's got a ton of on this one road. There must have about 8 charity shops or something. A lot of them are just, you know, general charity shop kind of stuff to sell. And there's one which is that kind of vintage one, which sells the retro stuff. You know, not just in terms of video games, VHS in the past and whatever. They didn't have any VHS this time I went in, but they had other things as well. And a thing in there which I bought from them, which I'll mention in a little while. But there's one other one which had 3 annuals, animals of this. The first one I've got is Scorcher, annual 1971. You know, so if you're into your old, you know, soccer or football, you know, you've got you've got all these. It includes little stories, little comic strips like Roy the Rovers kind of thing. You know, and there's one. I was reading it reading bits on the way back to stop up. There's one about the Kangaroo Kid, for example. You know, there are others, but Kangaroo Kid stuck out because it's about this guy who can jump really high. This guy, you know, can jump really high, head up, you know, a really good scorer, and there's actually kangaroos in there. Quite a bizarre kind of selection of things to make a footballing story about, but you know, nonetheless intriguing. Now the next couple, I've got the Dandy book. I like collecting stuff. These are £1 each, these books. I thought, yeah, might as well. Now I used to get Dandy and Beano back in the day, as well as little Whiz and Chips, Buster and that kind of thing. If you're in the UK and you got them, yeah. So I used to get all them. I was more of a fan of the Beano. Dandy was okay. You know, this is Corky the cat is one of the characters. I think Dandy was put online. I think it might still be online only. They still produced Beano in kind of printed form. But look, it was 7 and 6. Now in the UK, I think it was 1974 or 1975 when decimalisation came into play. You know, from the old way of doing things. You know, that was one of those was the year when they started using the, you know, the coins we have. Well, not exactly the coins we have today, but the currency which we use now to this day. Anyway, so you know, this predates you know, 1974-5 something. This has actually belonged to Michael Maloney, and his place in, you know, he lived in National Underline. Now I'm going to cover it so you can't track him down if you want to. Hilarious. A guy called Diamond Dick. I don't know. Winker Watson and so forth. He's got all the characters that you may remember from the Dandy. There's Corky the cat again. So again, no date on this. Even in the content at the start, when you buy a book, it has like when it's published and things like that. But now it doesn't say anything in that one. And the last one I got is the Beezer book. Now Beezer. I think there was also a weekly comic I got now and again. It's from the same DC Thompson. Was it DC Thompson? Yeah, he did this. So it mixes the same kind of thing, same kind of comics, but also has kind of real life stories, if you will. Still drawn, whatever. But it's kind of fun. I just put it. I'll say £1 each. They have more. Animals in there, more football ones, more this and that, but I like picking them up now and again £1 each. And the last one I mentioned, I went into a retro charity shop and they have all the oldest, you know, as you would imagine, the older stuff, a lot of vinyl in there, lots of things. I'd say I didn't have any VHS. I bought some VHS tapes off in the past, like I bought a ton of Godzilla videos off them way back when. Yeah, I got this. Now this is a thing which I believe it's a video centre. I paid £4 for it, so we've got the price on there. For Video 8, VHS and VHS-C, I think it allows you to, so that device there, it allows you to have 80s hair and also to do either karaoke or dubbing. I'm not too sure. I think it's German. Complete video nach Baby Tongue. I apologise for any German people who speak German out there. It's probably ruined their language. Mit split line, which whatever that is, I don't know. So it's yeah, I think it's German. It tells you what it does in there. So maybe I have to hook up to VCR when it's safe and you do your own dubbing. I might be able to do some video things like, you know, visual effects. It might just be a dubbing thing. I'm not too sure. Either way, I was intrigued. I thought, £4. Here's my money. I'm gonna have that. So I bought one of them. Looks quite hilarious. So in the box, as you can see, you get the actual unit, you get the headphones, you get the microphone, and you got a bunch of wires, and also the PowerPoint, which looks like a European one with the 2 prongs on. So I'll have to find my I've got an adapter somewhere but you can put on the end to make it work in the UK plugs. So there endeth my video. I've got a minute left on my SD card, so I'm just got to be quick about the ending. So that's all that I've done, what I've bought and so forth. If you want me to make any videos on any of the things you've seen in this video, let me know in the comment section down there. It's fun to find stuff like this and all the videos and so forth. There will be more videos very soon about, you know, regarding pickups. I do want to highlight more things about, like, you know, old films and stuff on my channel. All will be revealed, you know, at a later date, whenever it is another video. So thanks for watching and all the rest of it. Any comments, please let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and in the words of the new Cyrus, send the word.